What is Sufi Islam? Hi, I'm Dr. James Holt, and Sufism is not a separate school or tradition within Islam, though sometimes people speak of it as if it is. Rather, Sufi is a way of seeing and living Islam that can be found throughout different traditions of Sunni and Shia. William Chittick has described Sufism as the interiorization and intensification of Islamic faith and practice. It's possible to the outside observer and even some Muslims to see Islam as a very mechanistic faith, a faith where people believe and do. Most Muslims would reject this characterization, but the caricature is based on two expressions of Islam: action, the body, and the tongue, the thought, and their expression in, for example, the 5 pillars. There is a third aspect to Islam which is seen to be the heart. William Chittick suggested, in short, the Islamic tradition recognizes 3 basic domains of religiosity: body, tongue, and the depths of the heart. These are the domains of right doing, right thinking, and right seeing. The last is an inner awareness of the reality of things that is inseparable from our mode of being in the world. Sufis strive for ihsan, or perfection of worship. One hadith suggests, ihsan is to worship Allah as if you see him. If you can't see him, surely he sees you. The focus on Sufi teaching, belief and practice is on the heart. The awareness of the motivation of acts and the development of a relationship with Allah enables Sufi approaches to be an invisible spiritual presence that animates all expressions of Islam. Sufism is characterized by a focus on spiritual purification, direct experience of Allah, and inward contemplation. This is contested though, and in the last century or so, some traditions of Islam have rejected Sufi beliefs and practices. Distinctive practices include, firstly, the passing of knowledge or light from the teacher or sheikh's heart to the pupil. The teacher has an integral role within Sufism. Second, dhikr, or remembrance of the name of Allah. This is a principle in all schools of Islam and is commanded by Allah, but it perhaps takes on greater emphasis within Sufism. Acts of remembrance and recitation of his name include singing, dancing, for example, the Mevlevi order of Sufism whirl as an act of dhikr, and meditation. This enables the name of Allah to be written upon the heart and for the worshipper to come into a close relationship with Allah. Thirdly, saints and pilgrimage to the place of saints of Sufism. These are people who have been marked by divine favour and holiness and were loved by Allah and developed a close relationship of love to him. This kind of relationship sets an example to believers. It's useful to understand how different expressions of Sufi can be found in the different traditions of Islam.